I heard a very interesting story that there was a camp going on, and early morning, some few people volunteering to make the tea. So Shinde was in the kitchen, and Ram Sastry, in usual way, was always wanting to go and be helpful. So he wanders into the kitchen and starts conversing with her. And she claims that that was the turning point in her life. That day, till then she would just physically were coming to Sangha, but really something changed. So I was always curious to know what exactly happened. So recently I had an opportunity to overnight stay with them in San Ramon at their home, and we're talking up to 1 o'clock. So just a little ways how we influence people. There's a very beautiful song in the Sangha which says that Shuddha Satvika Premahi Kayaka Adhar hai. That was Ram Sastry. I don't know whether there's any better description than that. A agenda-less relationship. Just relationship for the sake of relationship. Maybe I had my own little bit nature of always being little driven by projects and activities and goals and this and that. So always he would remind me that all that is good, all that is important, but don't forget this part. When the DC of fundraising was going on for Vic on the chair, I was very impressed that he is a person with ordinary average means. He tells his wife that we should at least give $2,000, and then tells his son that from your salary you give $1,000, and tells his younger, who is a student, you also do something symbolic, 250 or whatever. And then he writes about 50 different people and picks up the phone call and tries to talk to them. And then just one time he said, Manoharji, earning money is not an issue, but the heart to share, the heart to give, that's so important, as I sometimes really our society needs to cultivate. Similarly, how little ways he used to, I think he had a very affectionate way of, as soon as we enter the door, I will call him Rama, Ramudu, all types of nicknames are there. He said, no, that is not enough, come and hug me first. So a hug and a little pat on my cheek, or a little blessing on my head, or he had a very typical way of just hitting on the shoulder. Very recently, my son, middle son, Arvind, came to see him in ICU. So it was a while that they had not met. So immediately, Bindo. So he said he was not happy just to see him. Come closer. So he pulls him and then hugs him and touches him. That was probably the last day. After that, he went into coma, and then after about 8-9 days, he passed away. I remember when he had a stroke, and he was for a month or so in the hospital. My daughter, Nivedita, happened to be with him for the whole night just to attend to him. So he had a very fond memory of that, and he used to call her, she is my Japanese princess. So whenever he would remember her, then he would call, so when is my Japanese princess coming to see me? So they had their own, a very unique private relationship. I think, I was this morning thinking, if I can remember everything, I can write a book about it. It's just an amazing